Good afternoon, friends, and welcome back to the Hobby Homestead. My name's Heather. If you're new here, we ask that you hit that like and that subscribe button so you get notified when we are live or when we put out new videos. Today on my agenda, we are going to work on making some homemade pico for our chicken fajitas that we're doing for dinner tonight. We have been really busy trying to get this remodel knocked out. Yeah, it's been super crazy the last couple weeks. So those videos will be coming to you probably in the next week or so. Alright, so what I'm going to start out doing, I went outside to my tomato plants, got some tomato, got some fresh cilantro, then I went and got a lemon out of my bin over here. Look at this tomato, y'all. Oh, the way some of these tomatoes grow crack me up. So I'm going to go ahead and cut the bottom of that off. And I'm just going to dice my tomatoes. Try a different knife, because that knife seen better days. I use that knife on everything. I'm just going to throw my tomatoes in this container. That way I can put it in the fridge to go ahead and get chilled for tonight's dinner. The guys are outside right now working on a bench to make the new doors and stuff and the countertops on. They got a lot of stuff going on out there. And after I get my tomato diced, I'm going to go ahead and I'm going to put a jalapeno in it. I'll run out to my garden and grab a jalapeno as well. That's what I love about gardening season, all my fresh produce. Amazing. I love the fresh produce that comes in. I get excited for gardening season. Alrighty, just because my jalapenos are a little bit on the smaller side, I went ahead and grabbed two. They're just now starting to grow really nicely. I don't want to take too many off. And I am going to de-seed them. If you want a really big kick with the spice, then I would leave the seeds, but being that I don't like the hot, I take the seeds out. My husband and my son would differ. They love when it's spicy. So we're going to go ahead and get this jalapeno diced up. Then I'm going to put it in with my tomatoes. It's kind of weird because I can actually feel the heat from the jalapeno on my face. So it must be the smaller they are, the more potent they are. Okay, we're gonna go ahead and put this jalapeno in with our tomato, and then we're gonna go ahead and get our lemon squeezed in. Okay, so I'm gonna cut my lemon in half, and then when I make my fajita mix, I'll put the other half of the lemon in my fajita chicken mix. Set that to the side. I'll go ahead and take my cilantro. The flies around here are crazy. It's been raining a lot. I'm gonna go ahead and take my cilantro. I'm gonna dice it up. Keto is one of my husband's oldest son's favorite things that I make. So I try to make it at least once a week for them. If not more. Depends on how much they want it and they ask for it. Put that in there. And then next I'll take a half of a Vidalia onion. I'm going to go ahead and get that diced and put in here as well. Get it all mixed up. Alright, so now that we got our cilantro diced up and put in here, I'm going to go ahead and cut this onion in half. Give it a nice dice, and then we're going to put it into our cilantro tomato mix, and then I'm going to put salt and pepper in here. And go ahead and give this a good mix. The smell, it smells fantastic. Like, this is one of the favorite things that I make for my family. For a while they was on a steak fajita, fish fajita, chicken fajita kick with pico, and it was like a whole weekend thing for almost a month straight. Give this a taste. Them jalapenos have a kick being that small. Really good though. Really good. So next we'll be doing our chicken, getting it ready to go. We're just going to go ahead and give it a marinade and getting our vegetables prepped. Alrighty, so here I have boneless, skinless chicken breast fillets. They're still a little bit on the frozen side, but that's okay. I'm going to go ahead and cut these in half, just so my fajita meat is not so thick. Cut them in half like that. Take off this little excess fat. So then after I cut them in half, I'm going to cut mine in the strips. So I'll cut them in the strips like this. And then my strips I will cut in half. So I'll take a strip like this, and then I just cut it in half. And we'll get the rest of these cut up. Then we'll get our bell peppers cut up and some more onion cut up and get all that ready to go into the marinade for tonight. Alright, so we're slicing up a Vidalia onion, and I'm doing it in a half a moon. After I got all these sliced up, I'm putting them in my bowl. And then I'm using these little Wild Wonders and mini peppers. I'm going to go ahead and slice up some of these. And I love that there's not a lot of seeds in these. So I'm literally just going to slice them like that. I'm just going to toss them in the bowl. And then after I get these sliced up, we're going to go ahead and put them in the fridge. And then we will get dinner going around 5:30 or 6 o'clock. That way I can go ahead and I'm working on the back cabinets, getting another coat of white paint on those, and they're outside working in the shop, getting countertops made up. So we will see you back here at 5:30 tonight to make dinner. Alrighty friends, so what we're working on is we're making homemade taco shells, but straight cheese. So we're gonna let this fry up on one side. I'll flip it over, fry it up on the other side, and then we'll put it on here to shape it. Stay tuned. Lovely skillet. We are making homemade taco shells with cheese, and this is what they turn out to look like. Then we got our chicken frying in this one. So, when you're making your homemade shells, you want to make sure that you get this nice brown crust forming before you decide to flip it. That would be your end result right there. I'll show you flipping it here in a second. And that's just all cheese. And you could use whatever oils you want. I'm using butter to do mine in. Then we got our chicken cooking over here. So what you want to do is you want to take your shell and you want to lay it over top. And you want it to form. But you want to form it to your shell. So these beautiful shells I'm making, they are keto friendly, They're carnivore friendly, so anybody doing the keto and carnivore diet, these would be the shells you'd want to do. And you do them in your grass-fed butters. So we're just waiting on that chicken to get nice and golden brown before I put my veggies in. So I just work my spatula around the edges to get it free, and then flip it. And I only leave it on the other side, probably about 30 seconds, and then I'll take it off and put it on here so it can form. I don't want to leave it on here too long and get too crisp because then it won't form on my shell. I'll take it off. And you gotta work fast with them because these will set up fast. Then you just set it on there and let it harden up. And then I move my butter around. I take just about a handful of cheese. Put it down just like that. Okay, so I made 5 of those cheese shells, which is plenty. I'm gonna go ahead and put my vegetables in this hot skillet and get these to saute while I'm waiting on my chicken to cook. I want to get my chicken all the way cooked through before I put in my veggies with it. So I'm going to go ahead and let these saute up while we wait on the chicken to get done. And when the chicken gets done, we'll go ahead and mix them both and I'll show you how we plate it up. Alrighty, so this is what it looks like when it's done. So I'm going to go ahead and get all this plated up and get this out to the boys. Y'all have a blessed evening. Bye.